Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the live stream. We got a little bit of winter weather supposed to be coming in tonight. Stuck the radar up here for you all to look at for a minute, and I'll switch that off probably when the net starts. So, getting real close to time to get started here. And actually, here we go. Good evening and welcome to the Tuesday night net of the OARS Amateur Radio Society. This net meets regularly on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. on this frequency of 146.970 with a PL tone of 162.2. My name is Wes and my call sign is AE0OC. While this is not an emergency net, if anyone at any time has emergency traffic, please call break. Does anyone have emergency traffic? Please call now. Well, hearing none, I will move on to announcements. I will be using NetLogger for check-ins on this net, and anyone who wishes can check in early by monitoring the OARS net there. The Ozarks Amateur Radio Society meets on the second Saturday of the month at the Happy House Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. The meeting is at 7 p.m., but everyone is welcome to come at 6 p.m. to eat and enjoy some good conversation. Individuals pay for their own meal, but you do not have to eat to attend. You also do not have to be a ham to attend. Everyone is welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. The next meeting at Happy House will be Saturday, February the 11th. More to follow. The Saturday breakfast with the OARS Club for January will be 7:30 a.m. at Family Restaurant in Mount Vernon. We will be in Mount Vernon for one more week, and then in February we will be moving to the Aurora Family Restaurant. So hopefully we get to see a bunch of you there in Mount Vernon this coming Saturday. The OARS Club now has 3 regular nets. The D-Star net on Monday at 8 p.m. on 444.150. The 2-meter net Tuesday at 7 p.m. on 146.970, and the Simplex net on the first Saturday of the month at 7 p.m. on 146.460. Everyone is welcome to come join the Smart Club at Jordan's Shop, 4094 North Farm Road, 157, Springfield, Missouri. And that is this coming Saturday, the 28th, starting at 10 a.m. for Q1 Tech Day and Winter Field Day. Bring your broken radio gear and get some help with repairs, and do some operating on HF. Lunch and dinner will be potluck with the club providing the main course. So if you can, bring a side dish or soft drink or dessert or whatever you want to bring along. And that's all of my announcements. Do I have anyone else with announcements of interest to amateur radio? All right, I'm not hearing anybody, so let's jump right into our NetLogger check-ins with K0SQS. Harold, how are you doing tonight?
AE0OC in the net, K0SQS, doing fine, sitting inside, watching the snow come down. Doesn't seem like it's sticking too much so far, but the night is young. I think they're talking chance of heavier snow later on. Anyway, Bob asked for us to indicate whether or not we were going to be at breakfast Saturday morning. So I'll say I'm not going to have breakfast with another group here in Monette. So I will not be at breakfast Saturday morning. Anyway, planning on attending the Tech Day, taking the 440 repeater up to have it taken a look at. Sean did some work on it, and it's operating, but we still had some questions about it. Anyway, plan on being there at around 10:30 or 11 o'clock Saturday. Back Back to you, Wes. Thanks for running the net. K0SQS.
All right, Harold. Appreciate you checking in and looking forward to hanging out with you on Saturday. So it'll be a fun time, I'm sure. And as far as breakfast goes, I am still undetermined whether I will be there, but hopefully there'll be a good bunch of people either way. All right. Next up on our list is KE6GAE, but we're going to have to come back to him. He's got some sort of issue going on. So, Dave, when you get your everything working and going, just chime in during one of the times when I'm calling for extra check-ins. Next on our list after that is KE0MAD. Sean, what have you been up to?
Well, not much. Just watching this depressing stuff fall out of the sky. Means I'll probably be up at about 1 or 2 in the morning again to go out and spread salt to make sure my drivers can get in and out of these farms. But, oh well, it's it's life. But, boy, not much going on here. No POTA activations going on today, I can tell you that. Anyway, not much. Thanks for doing the net, Wes. K0MAD.
Yeah, I'm afraid that POTA and I are fair weather friends. I'm not going out in the nasty weather to doing it, but there are guys that do it. Martins, I can't think of his name now. Michael Martins up there in Wisconsin. Boy, he goes out in the middle of the snowstorms and everything else and does it. But appreciate you checking in tonight, and we will catch up with you soon, I hope. Next up on our list is N0MLP. Marvin, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Appreciate you running the net, Wes, there, and hello, everybody. Man, just watching this stuff. Was in Bolivar earlier. I had a doctor's appointment, and it was really coming down up there. Had to take some video of it. There's some of the biggest flakes I'd seen in quite a long time. But as we drove further home, it got lighter and lighter. But we're starting to have some heavy flakes fall down here. Not quite as big as what we've seen earlier, but it is starting to cover the ground a bit, so we'll see. But we all got warm places to be, and yeah, I had to jump out here and hop on the net. I've got it toasty in the shed here, so doing pretty good on this end. I think that's about all I got. I just hope everybody's safe out there. I know it's kind of going to be a rough couple days probably, but we'll get through it. So anyway, I'll just say 73s to you and kick it back over to AE0OC West. Appreciate it. 73s.
All right, Marvin, we appreciate you being there. So yeah, I'm glad everybody in your bunch is all nice and toasty and doing good. And everything here is nice and warm. Got plenty of wood got brought into the house, so it's nice and dry. And we should be good for a few days if we have to be. So I'm going to say 73 to you. Move on down to Mel, KF6OZ. Mel, how are you doing today?
I'm doing just fine. I just happened to interact with the quadruped. He was curious about this stuff falling out of the sky. He went out and got soaking wet. He come in and was giving me face-to-face stare at me. I said, oh, you'd like to be dried off. And I went and got a towel, and he just really liked that. I'll be doggone if he didn't go out 15 minutes later and got soaking wet again. And so, but the second time when I went to towel him off, he just laid down, and if you can tell when a dog's smiling, he was smiling because he was appreciated getting rid of the wet stuff. I hope we don't get too much here tonight, but we're prepared. AE0OC. This is KF6OZ, 73s to all of you on the net.
Yeah, I'd say that dog might just have you figured out. He might like that being toweled off. It's kind of like being petted. So he might take advantage of that if you give him the opportunity. So appreciate you checking in tonight, Mel. And next we are up for a phone patch. KA0RM, are you there?
AE0OC, KA0RM, Kansas City. We got, let's see, what do we got up here? 38 degrees up here in Kansas City, and right at the moment it's not raining. Going up to Iowa there earlier, why, it was pretty good through here. Then we get up here north of Kansas City, and we got in some mist there, but otherwise it's been in pretty good shape. Now, it's 40 degrees right now. Of course, getting into this concrete stuff down here in Kansas City, why it kind of warms up, always does anyway. Pretty good shape. I just hope you keep the snow from accumulating before I get home. I should be home about 11 o'clock, something like that, 11:30. So, we'll see y'all later. AE0OC, KA0RM, Kansas City.
All right, Bob. Well, I hope that you don't run into any of that snow along your way. So it'd be good for you to get home and get tucked in before it happens, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Right now, though, everything's just wet, so that's a good thing. I appreciate you checking in, and like these long-distance check-ins. That's kind of fun. So we'll move on down and go to AA0JB. Jimmy, how are you doing tonight?
Hello, Wes. AA0JB. Well, got about 32 degrees here at Stockton tonight. It has been snowing. Haven't looked out lately. I got to go out and get the granddaughter here shortly, so take a look and see when I get out there what we got up. That temperature down 32, that stuff's going to start collecting, I'm afraid. Other than that, not much. We spent the last week working on antennas, put the 40-meter loop up, expanded it to an 80-meter loop, and just been enjoying the HF bands. Been a long time since I've been on, and made a contact at Alaska today on 10 meters, so that was kind of fun. Other than that, don't have any real information for the net, but did want to get in here because I totally spaced it off last week. With that, turn it back over to you, Wes. 73880JB.
All right, Jimmy. And Alaska has been just pretty much wide open here for the last, maybe 2 weeks now or so that I've been messing with it. I've made quite a few contacts and been having a lot of fun with it, so keep it up. Did you have anything further for the net tonight?
No, sir. Don't know if I'll make breakfast or not, but might see you there, but I don't know what the boss has got planned for the weekend. I have to check with her.
All right. Well, hopefully so. We will. I'm sure there'll be some of us there. I'm not certain. I'm going to try. I'm not going to promise anything, though. So, and it looks like that Dave is back and got his system working again. So, KE6GAE, how are you doing tonight, Dave?
KE6GAE, were you calling for me, Wes? I'm not sure if I'm getting in the repeater.
Yeah, Dave, you're making it in just fine now.
Alrighty, sir. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and do my check-in then. Don't have a whole lot for the net tonight. I will say this, if you guys see me for breakfast Saturday, that means I've got real good news. Other than that, don't have a whole lot. Just want to get back to work on this and see if I can get this finished. So, like I said, if you see me for breakfast Saturday morning, that means, Sean, we need to make a trip. Other than that, don't have a whole lot, so we'll pass it back to net control. KE6GAE, back to net control.
All right, Dave. We very much appreciate everything you're doing there, and it'll be fun when we get it done. But in the meantime, it's not life altering. We can be patient for a while. So I was going to ask you too. I thought I'd heard something at the SMARC meeting about them wanting you to work on their fusion system for them. I was just wanting to make sure that you told them that they needed to contact me about your rental fees, what the OARS Club's going to rent you out for.
Hey, Wes, I'm having a real hard time hearing. I think I'm getting some ice built up on my beam. So if you were talking to me, shoot me an email. My email's good on QRZ, and we'll go from there. K6GE, back to net control.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I think that might have been one of those convenient things where he just couldn't hear me. So anyway, we're at the bottom of the list. So do I have any check-ins for the OARSnet? Please call now.
Kilo Bravo in Battlefield, Missouri.
K5 A&W, Daryl, Springdale.
WA6 Alpha Lima Bravo, Matt in Mount Vernon.
WE0V Whiskey Echo Zero Victor, Elena, Northeast Joplin, check-in only.
All right, I'm going to hold you up right there. We got 4 that I copied, and there was a double, and Lee beat him out on the double, so we'll have to catch that double at the end here. So W0HSN, Lee, what have you been up to?
AE0OC, W0HSN, not a whole lot, Wes. The day here's been pretty much of a crapshoot. Haven't got a thing accomplished. I was wanting to get that GP1 up on the tower today, but it was just the weather wasn't cooperating worth a hoot, so I didn't get that done. Other than that, I've just been keeping myself busy cleaning the house all day and doing laundry right now, so one of these days I'll make somebody a good wife, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that's about it from up here in Greenfield, Wes. You know how Greenfield is. Laid back. Anyway, thanks for getting us in tonight, and thanks for doing the net. Hope you're copying all right, but I'll turn it back to you. 7-3. Everybody have a good evening.
Lee, you're coming in full quieting. Like I said, you won the contest of the double that you were into there, so you're doing real good tonight. Appreciate you checking in, and today is definitely was a good day just to have a cup of hot chocolate or a cup of coffee and sit around. And tomorrow, I think, is going to be an even better day for it. So, going to move on down. Next up, we've got K5A and W. Daryl, what have you been up to?
Well, sir, I have not been making snow angels. I've got 33 degrees and approximately 4 inches of snow, and it's still snowing hard. Our local weather forecaster seems to think it's going to quit around 1 o'clock in the morning and maybe turn a light flurries. And that's pretty much it for all the neat weather we're having. As far as accomplishing anything, not much. I've made a few nice contacts with folks around the area and a couple out of state and that sort of thing, but pretty much what's normal for me. And that's all I've got for you. I'm going to hush and let you pick up your next check-in. Thank you for running the net. You're doing a wonderful job. And you're full quieting in Springdale. 730 K5ANW.
Well, Daryl, we appreciate you checking in tonight, and good to know that we're making it down to Springdale okay. So, I hope that you don't get too much snow down there. I don't know what they're really calling for in that area, but they're calling. Last I heard, I think it was 5 to 7 inches up here, and if it all stayed liquid, it wouldn't hurt my feelings one single bit. And so, I'm going to say 73 to you, and move down to WA6ALB. Matt, how are you doing tonight?
This is WA6ALB. Hey, Wes. Doing good. Thanks for doing the net, and hello to you and everyone else on it tonight. I'm just sitting here enjoying the snow. This is new for us, and we're loving it. I know a lot of people don't like it around here. We'll probably get that way one point or another. That's about it. Hopefully see you guys Saturday morning. Take care, WA6ALB.
All right, Matt. I hope to be able to catch up with you Saturday also, so that should be fun. Appreciate you checking in, and yeah, the ones of us that have lived around here for a long time are definitely had it with the whole snow thing. So, but I don't know. Some of us still like it, I guess. I'm not one of them. It could be 70-degree weather all the time, and it wouldn't bother me a bit. But in any case, thank you for checking in tonight. Let's say 73. Move down to WE0V. Elaine, how are you doing tonight?
I'm just trying to stay warm, and I can't see how much snow I have here in Joplin, but because I'm visually impaired, so I'm sure if we ain't got none, it's wet. And that's about it. Just hope everybody stays safe during this big old snowstorm we're coming. And this is WE0V back to net control.
Well, Elaine, you just stay inside and don't even worry about going out and finding out how much snow's out there. Stay in, keep warm, and let everybody else worry about it tonight and tomorrow and so on. So appreciate you checking in tonight, and move down to KA0SPM. Checked in on NetLogger, so we'll grab him real quick. Steve, how you doing?
Let's try that again. I guess I'm doing okay. Doing what you advised, and hot chocolate by hot fire.
Yep, mine's got the hot fire in the living room here at my radio desk. I've got a little electric heater, so close enough, and the hot chocolate going too. So good evening for it, that's for sure. You been up to any good radio stuff?
Oh, I've been sorting through some of the stuff I have gotten over the years in boxes, and I found a bunch of old transistors, which was pretty cool, so I might go into the effects pedal business for guitars. I don't know. I don't know if I got enough for it, but that's been not the norm. I've been stocking up on wood. I got a bunch, so that's been the big push. So I got that handled, and I think I'm in for a rest for a while. So yeah, that's about all I got here.
Yeah, we got some wood in today, actually, a little extra. So I'll be glad when we're not having to do that for the rest of the, spring coming on before too long, hopefully. But for now, though, we'll still be, when we have the opportunity, be gathering more in. We've got plenty of it. It's just a matter of getting it cut and split up. So appreciate you checking in tonight. And you're bringing us down to the bottom of the list. I did have one doubled with Lee earlier. If you can go ahead and give me your call sign again, I'll stick you in right now.
I think it must have been me, N0KKB Harold in Battlefield, Missouri.
All right, Harold. N0KKB, go ahead.
Yeah, N0KKB here. Thanks for letting me jump in. I talked to K0RM last night briefly, and he mentioned there was a net tonight, and he mentioned maybe I should check in. He checks in on my HF net in the morning when I check in too, so that's how I know him. But nothing to report here. I haven't seen much snow. Of course, I haven't looked very hard right now, but hopefully it won't be too bad. But I don't have really anything else. I just wanted to check in, so N0KKB.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we don't get too much snow myself. It's hopefully going to just stay wet for the most part, and a lot of it will melt off, but they're sure calling for it, so we'll just have to see what they do. We appreciate you checking in tonight, though, and especially first-time check-in. We always like to have those, so that's a wonderful thing. Glad Bob invited you. So I'm going to say 73 to you, and we're at the bottom of the list. This is AE0OC. Do I have any check-ins for the OARS net?
KC0SIR, Aurora.
Well, I copy KC0SIR. Is that Karen?
Yes, it is.
Well, Karen, I believe this is the first time that I've ever had you check in. I don't know if you've been on the net before, but very much appreciate you checking in tonight. What have you been up to? And tell us about yourself.
Well, the daughter of Bob Meyer in his letters. Well, I've had a lot of family goings on. Just had supper with my mom, so she's busy and enjoying the snow actually coming down, and because I don't have to go anywhere. Staying warm, and I listen to the net, so it's like kind of like I'm a stalker, so I get to know what all of you are doing.
Yeah, that must be pretty boring information, I'm telling you. Did I hear you right? And you said that you were Bob's daughter, and you confessed to that?
Well, if I live this long, yes, I am, and yes, I do.
All right, well, very good. It's nice to make your acquaintance. Don't be a stranger to the net. Check in every week, if you will. So, appreciate your check-in tonight. This is AE0OC. Do I have any further check-ins for the OARS net?
Recheck.
Go ahead, Mel.
I didn't tell you how many for breakfast on Saturday. Count 2, and while I'm at it here, I'll hand the mic to KE5QMJ, and you can add another contact.
This is KE5QMJ, just checking in. Wanted to add to the count and tell you enjoy the snow.
All right. Well, thank you, Ona. I appreciate you checking in tonight. And hopefully, like I said, we'll see you at breakfast if I'm able to make it there. So hopefully we don't get too much snow. So we'll see how it all goes. But appreciate your check-in and your recheck there, Mel. Do I have any further check-ins for the OARS net?
K0RWD, Kilo Zero Romeo Whiskey Delta. I'm enjoying myself watching the snow build up, and it's building up down here in Cassville pretty quick.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, I have not, of course, been outside since the net started, and right beforehand, I didn't have any report of snow from the boys. They'd just been outside, so I don't know that we've gotten any up here yet. If we have, it's just started pretty recently. But Ron, you can keep it all down there. It'll be just fine.
Well, yeah, it seems like first it wasn't going to come very, not hard, but it's coming on hard, but doesn't make any difference to me one way or the other because I've got plenty to eat, and I don't have to go outside and do any work.
Yep, same here. As long as it clears off enough that I can go do what I want to do on Saturday, I think I'll be okay. So, and I don't think that it's going to stick around very long the way the weather's being forecast anyway. So we'll just have to see how it all goes. I appreciate you checking in tonight, Ron. Let's say 73 to you. This is AE0OC. Do I have any further check-ins for the OARS net? All right, not hearing anybody, so I think that we're going to call this a net. We're going to go ahead and return the repeater to normal traffic. So 73, y'all have a great week, and I believe it'll be Marvin up next week. So make sure you come back and join him there. This is AE0OC 73.
Thanks for doing the net, Wes. How many did we have?
Well, yeah, I forgot to say that. We had 17 total, including myself, so pretty good net. May not quite as good as Zach had last week, but it was still a very good net and appreciate it. Had 2 new ones, so that's always a plus. So appreciate you checking in tonight, too, by the way, and doing the phone patch for Bob.
He likes that phone patch. I changed radios. I missed a part of it. Was Zach in there?
Nope, didn't see him tonight.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I figured he might be working late or something. You know how that goes. So, all right. Well, I'm going to put the live stream to bed, and I will catch up with you down the road. AE0OC.
All right, Wes. 73's. Jimmy, you in there? A0.